Most people think opening a coffee shop starts with renting a building. It doesn't. It starts with one simple question. Can this business actually make money? Today, I'll build a coffee shop from scratch, and you'll make every important decision with me. Every year, thousands of coffee shops open, and thousands disappear forever. Before we spend a single dollar, let's figure out why some businesses survive while others quietly fail. Most people blame bad luck, but experienced owners know that's rarely the real reason. Businesses usually fail because of small mistakes made long before opening day. Imagine two cafes serving almost the same coffee. One has customers waiting outside, the other stays empty all day. The difference usually isn't the coffee, it's everything around the business. Our goal isn't just to open another coffee shop. We're going to build one the way experienced entrepreneurs do, step by step, avoiding the expensive mistakes that destroy so many first businesses. Before looking at buildings, we need to answer a much bigger question. Is there actually enough demand? A beautiful coffee shop means nothing if nobody needs it. Look around. Who are the customers? Office workers buy coffee before work. Students buy it between classes. Parents stop after school drop-offs. Every location has different habits. One of the biggest beginner mistakes is falling in love with the building. Professionals fall in love with customer traffic instead. People create revenue, not beautiful interiors. Here's a simple exercise. Count how many people walk past a location in 15 minutes. That tiny habit can save you thousands of dollars before you ever sign a lease. Now we know what to look for. In the next step, we'll search for real locations and eliminate bad options before they cost us money. That's exactly how experienced owners think. Now the real work begins. We're not looking for the prettiest building, we're looking for the location. That gives our business the highest chance of surviving for years. Here's the first lesson. Cheap rent doesn't always save money. If nobody walks past your coffee shop, even free rent can become expensive. Professional owners study foot traffic first. They count people, watch daily routines, and learn exactly who passes by before signing any contract. One successful coffee shop isn't a problem. 5 successful coffee shops might actually prove this neighborhood already has enough coffee lovers to support another business. But there's one mistake that destroys many new businesses. They copy competitors instead of discovering what's still missing. That's exactly what we'll investigate next. Let's do something most beginners never do. Instead of opening our own coffee shop immediately, we'll spend a day studying successful ones. They can teach us for free. Notice where people choose to sit. Some stay for 5 minutes, others work for hours. Every chair, table, and power outlet changes how customers use the space. Now look at the counter. Every movement is planned. The espresso machine, grinder, refrigerator, and cash register are positioned to save seconds on every single order. A great coffee shop isn't just beautiful. It's efficient. Saving 5 seconds on every customer can mean serving dozens of extra people every day. We've learned from successful businesses. Now it's time to visit the location we're considering and decide whether it deserves our investment or our rejection. This is our first real candidate. At first glance, it looks perfect, but experienced owners never trust first impressions. Every location has hidden advantages and hidden problems. The first thing I check isn't the interior, it's visibility. If people don't notice your coffee shop within a few seconds, many will simply keep walking. Now let's watch people's behavior. Do they naturally walk past this entrance, or do they avoid this side of the street? Customer movement often matters more than traffic itself. Next comes accessibility. Is there nearby parking? A bus stop? A subway entrance? Even a great coffee shop loses customers if reaching it feels inconvenient. So far, this location looks promising. But one critical factor can still ruin everything: rent. Before making any decision, we need to calculate whether the numbers actually make sense. Many first-time owners focus on monthly rent alone. That's a mistake. You also need to calculate utilities, maintenance, insurance, taxes, and unexpected expenses before signing anything. Let's say this location costs $3,000 every month. Now ask yourself one question. How many cups of coffee must we sell every day just to cover that cost? This is where many dreams collapse. The numbers don't care how passionate you are. If the math doesn't work, the business won't work either. After checking the numbers, one thing becomes clear. This location isn't perfect, but it gives us a realistic chance to succeed. That's enough to move forward. Congratulations! We officially have a location, but an empty building doesn't make money. Now we face an even bigger challenge: turning for empty walls into a coffee shop. People actually want to visit. Now we have an empty space. This is where many beginners make their biggest mistake. They start decorating before they start planning. A beautiful coffee with a bad layout can lose money every single day. Before buying a single chair, let's decide what kind of coffee shop we're building. Fast takeaway, a cozy place to work, or a premium coffee where customers stay for hours. We're choosing a neighborhood coffee where people feel comfortable staying. Longer visits often lead to more drinks, desserts, and higher average spending per customer. Now let's design the workflow. Customers should order naturally, baristas should move efficiently, and nobody should block the entrance during busy hours. A smart layout saves time every single day. 5 unnecessary steps repeated hundreds of times become thousands of wasted hours every year. Good design is also good business. Now it's time to estimate the renovation. New owners often budget for paint and furniture, but forget about plumbing, electrical work, ventilation, permits, and unexpected repairs. Those costs can quickly double the budget. Here's another lesson from experienced owners. Always keep extra money in reserve. Renovations almost never finish exactly on time or exactly on budget. Something unexpected always happens. The renovation is moving forward, but now we face another important decision. Should we buy brand new equipment or save money by purchasing high-quality used machines? Many successful cafes begin with used equipment in excellent condition. Customers don't care whether the espresso machine is new. They care whether the coffee tastes amazing. The renovation plan is complete, and we've chosen our equipment strategy. Next, we'll purchase the machines that will become the heart of our coffee shop and learn where it's worth spending more money. Today we're buying the most important tools in our coffee shop. Many beginners spend almost their entire budget on the espresso machine. That sounds logical, but it's often the wrong decision. Here's something that surprises many people. An expensive espresso machine can't fix poorly ground coffee. The grinder has an enormous impact on flavor and consistency. Water matters more than most people realize. Even premium beans can taste disappointing if the water contains too many minerals or impurities. Great coffee always starts with clean water. Now let's choose our coffee supplier. Price is important, but consistency is even more valuable. Customers expect the same great taste every time they visit your cafe. We don't choose beans by looking at the package. We taste them. Professional coffee shops compare several coffees before making a long-term partnership with a supplier. With our beans selected, we can finally order the equipment. But don't expect everything to arrive on time. Delays are common, and smart business owners always plan for them. The espresso machine has arrived, but one essential grinder is delayed by another week. This is exactly why experienced owners never schedule their opening too tightly. Fortunately, construction is complete. While waiting for the remaining equipment, we can assemble furniture, organize storage, and prepare every detail for opening day. At last, every machine is installed. Before serving a single customer, each device must be tested, calibrated, and adjusted to deliver consistent coffee every time. Our coffee shop is finally taking shape. The equipment is ready. But one ingredient is still missing: the people who will turn great machines into unforgettable customer experiences. A coffee shop isn't successful because of expensive equipment. It's successful because of the people using it. Today, our next challenge begins building the right team from scratch. Many owners hire only experienced baristas, but experience isn't everything. A friendly attitude, reliability, and willingness to learn can be even more valuable than perfect coffee skills. During interviews, I ask one simple question: tell me about a time you solved a customer's problem. Their answer reveals far more than any sum ever could. After the interviews, we invite our strongest candidates for practical training. Watching someone prepare coffee under real conditions tells us much more than words alone. Mistakes happen during training, and that's completely normal. It's much better to make errors today than in front of hundreds of paying customers after opening. Technical skills can be taught. Attitude is much harder to change. That's why we hire people who genuinely enjoy helping others, not just making coffee. Training begins before opening day. Every employee practices preparing drinks, greeting customers, solving complaints, and keeping the cafe clean under realistic working conditions. Now we hold a soft opening. Friends, family, and a small group of invited guests test everything before the official launch. Their feedback helps us fix problems early. One guest waits too long for a cappuccino. Another says the music is too loud. These small complaints are valuable because they appear before our grand opening. After several days of testing and improvements, our team is confident. The cafe is ready, and tomorrow we'll finally open our doors to the public. Opening day has finally arrived. After months of planning, construction, training, and preparation, everything now depends on one simple question: will customers actually walk through our door? Instead of waiting for people to discover us, we create attention. Balloons, music, free coffee samples, and opening day discounts help attract our first visitors. The first customer is more important than the 100th. Their experience shapes the first review, the first recommendation, and sometimes the reputation of your entire business. The morning starts quietly, but around 8 o'clock the cough suddenly fills with customers. Our training is about to face its first real test under pressure. One customer receives the wrong drink. Mistakes happen, especially on opening day. What matters most isn't avoiding every mistake, it's fixing them quickly and professionally. By lunchtime, the line reaches the door. This is exactly why we practiced before opening. A prepared team stays calm, even when orders arrive faster than expected. Every order teaches us something. Which drinks sell the most? Which desserts stay untouched? Real customer behavior is far more valuable than our original predictions. One pastry sells out before the afternoon ends. That's good news, but it's also a warning. Running out of popular products means losing potential sales. As the cough closes for the evening, the work isn't over. Now we analyze every sale, every expense, and every customer comment to improve tomorrow. Our first day is complete. We made mistakes, solved problems, and welcomed real customers. Most importantly, we've built a strong foundation for a business that can continue growing. The grand opening is over, but surviving the first month is the real challenge. A successful business isn't built in a single day, it's built through consistent decisions every day. At the end of every week, we study the numbers. Revenue is exciting, but profit tells the real story. High sales mean very little if expenses grow just as fast. Coffee beans, milk, electricity, wages, rent, and taxes all reduce profit. Understanding every expense helps us make smarter business decisions in the future. Then something unexpected happens. A customer leaves a glowing 5-star review online, and suddenly new visitors begin arriving because someone else trusted our coffee first. But not every review is positive. One customer complains about slow service. Instead of arguing, we investigate the problem and improve our workflow. A regular customer is worth far more than a new one. Winning someone's trust once is good. Giving them a reason to come back every week is what builds a lasting business. To encourage repeat visits, we launch a simple loyalty program. After several purchases, customers receive a free drink. Small rewards often create long-term habits. Success attracts competition. A new coffee shop opens just across the street. Instead of lowering prices, we focus on better service and a stronger customer experience. A price war usually hurts everyone. Businesses that compete through quality, consistency, and relationships often outperform those competing only through discounts. Several months have passed. Our coffee shop is no longer struggling to survive. It's becoming a stable business, and now we're ready to think about the future. 6 months ago, we had an empty building and a risky idea. Today, we have a profitable coffee shop. The question is no longer how to survive, but how to grow without losing quality. Growth doesn't always mean opening another location. Sometimes the smartest investment is expanding your menu with products customers already want to buy. After reviewing customer requests, we introduce fresh sandwiches and homemade desserts. The goal isn't adding more choices, it's increasing the value of every customer visit. Another opportunity is delivery. Many people want quality coffee but don't have time to visit. Online orders allow us to reach customers far beyond our front door. Within a few weeks, delivery becomes an important part of our revenue. But more orders also mean more pressure on the kitchen and the baristas. Growth creates new challenges. Now comes the biggest decision since opening. Should we launch a second coffee shop? Expanding too early can destroy a healthy business, but waiting too long can mean missing a great opportunity. Instead of guessing, we repeat the same process that helped us succeed the first time. We study neighborhoods, customer traffic, competition, rent, and local demand before making any commitment. Many businesses fail because they grow faster than they can manage. More locations mean more employees, higher costs, and much greater responsibility every single day. After careful planning, we decide to move forward. This time, we avoid many beginner mistakes because experience has become our greatest competitive advantage. Our second project officially begins. But before building a chain of coffee shops, there's one final lesson every entrepreneur should understand about long-term success. Before opening a second location, let's stop for a moment. Every successful business leaves behind lessons that are far more valuable than profit alone. Our biggest success wasn't finding the perfect location or buying expensive equipment. It was making hundreds of small, smart decisions that added up over time. Every mistake became a lesson. We learned from slow service, inventory shortages, customer feedback, and financial reports instead of pretending problems didn't exist. Business is never finished. Markets change, customer expectations evolve, and competitors improve. The companies that keep learning are usually the ones that survive the longest. If you remember only one lesson from this journey, let it be this: don't chase perfection. Build, improve, learn, and keep moving forward one decision at a time. A year has passed since opening day. What started as an empty space has become a place where hundreds of people begin their mornings, meet friends, and create memories over a simple cup of coffee. People often think they're buying coffee. In reality, they're buying convenience, comfort, friendly conversations, and a place that feels welcoming every single day. Whether you're opening a coffee shop, a bakery, or a technology company, the fundamentals remain the same. Solve real problems, understand your customers, and never stop improving. This documentary wasn't really about coffee. It was about turning an idea into reality through planning, discipline, patience, and thousands of smart decisions along the way. Every successful business begins with a single decision to start. The rest is built one day, one lesson, and one customer at a time. Thanks for joining me on this journey.